Alright, gang, I wanted to go ahead and give you a little bit of some information for you to view and work with. For those that are working on the Webquest, I know you probably can open it up. You probably went to your downloads and you can find it there. Anyway, you can save that to your desktop and then drag it into your folder. Go ahead and do that. Um, I also want to talk to you real quick about saving to this document. If I open it up and say, for instance, I write my name, Mr. Bush, and I start working on it, and I say, Mr. Bush, you raise your hand and you say save, and then you come back the next day and you start working on it and you say save again or close it out, and then I try to write on it again and I click save. It may or may not let you. I don't know. Let's try to see if it does. Um, okay, it did. Just make sure you save it in a location that you can always access it. I.e. your folder on your desktop. Okay, now for those that took photographs, I've gone ahead and pulled about 4 or 5 photographs in that I thought were really good, that I wanted to show you some basic editing tools in Photoshop, nothing too big. But go ahead and drag your photos that you do like into your file. I'm going to put them into a file inside my folder called Photos of Me. Okay, so I suggest you do the same. I'm going to double click on my file, Photos of Me. I'm going to hold down Shift, clicking on the top one and clicking down at the bottom one. Then I'm going to click and drag them all into Photoshop, and that's the little PS down at the bottom. That's going to load all the photographs into here. Okay, so I have all my photographs here to work with. And from here, what I'm going to do is begin the editing down process. And the first one I want to show you is cropping. This is the first thing you're going to do your photograph. Do I want to leave this here? Probably not. So I want you to click on the cropping tool, which is right here. It might be under another tool. You might have to click and hold down, but it says the cropping tool. And you'll click and drag in on the sides and hit return. Okay, this photograph is okay. There's a little bit of smudge stuff back there. I'm going to show you how to use the clone stamp tool real quickly. It's this tool right here. You click on it one time, and then we're going to sample an area by holding down Option and click over here. Option, click down, and then we lift up Option and we move our hand away and use just the mouse. And if we tap one time, you can see it gets rid of it. If I want to sample another area to get rid of something, I hold down Option, click, lift up, and then go click on that. Okay? And you can touch up just some small things. This image looks pretty good. I'm going to make it a little bit more contrasty, so I'm going to go to Image Adjustments, Levels, and I'm going to pull. See, if I pull this handle over, the image becomes lighter. If I pull this one over here, the image totally gets washed out. But I kind of like it kind of dark, so I'm going to pull the middle bar just a little. Okay, and this is nothing more than the histogram. You can also see this on a camera, but we're just messing with it here. Okay, I kind of like it contrasty. I might even get rid of my eye by making it a little bit darker. So again, let's go to Image Adjustments, Levels. And I'm going to pull the left one in just a hair. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to say OK. And I think that photograph's pretty much done. One last thing I want you to do, just to see what you shot that photograph in, is go to File, File Info, and you go to, and you look at the camera data, and you can see that this shot was taken at an 1/85th of a second and so that was pretty quick. And then f5.6, ISO 400. This is where you can find out what you shot the photograph at. This is also, if you want to upload your photo to Facebook of it at any time, you can put the caption information, like what city it was created, the headline, credit line, who took the photograph. I didn't take it, but maybe you did, and maybe you want that when you upload it to be embedded in the photograph. it will show up actually in the photograph in Facebook if you change this information. All right, creator's job title creator. There you go, IPTC. Okay, so that's all we're going to be doing today. Look for photos that are sharp. Notice how this photograph here, get off that tool, is sharp. I saw a lot of you yesterday clicking photographs that had kind of a blur to them. Make sure they look good and sharp. That's the first thing you should rule. Then you should do the cropping, and then maybe a clone stamp or an image adjustment. And that's all we're going to do with our photographs. All right, signing off.